Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your monthly reading for October 2023. This is for Virgo and Virgo rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional occult cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading, Virgo. I do this because you know I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one, rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your reading. So Virgo, you are going through some big changes and it is not over. Okay. It is not over. We had that really auspicious, wonderful new moon in your sign last month. And you know, the energies of it spilling over into this month, but there's some great aspects happening this month that is really interesting. Okay. You're going to like it. Things are going to get intense though. Okay. Things are going to get really intense. You're going to get really driven. You're going to be very driven about the things that you're passionate about. All right. So I want you to think of this month. It's kind of like it's starting off like Jon Snow. Okay. It's going to start transitioning into like Arya Stark. All right. When I say things are going to get aggressive, things they're going to get a bit aggressive. But the great thing about this month is you are definitely going to communicate the things that you want, the things that you need, even things that you have been wanting to hear. There could be a lot of things about that. You could also, there could be some contracts that you're signing this month. All right. But even still, a lot of it, it's almost like there's going to be a big focus on partnerships and relationships as well as money for you this month. Okay. And so this month is really about powering up. It's really diving into your passions and really being headstrong, and your emotions also may be really heightened. And we're going to talk about this, but we're beginning the month, okay, with the sun in Libra. Mercury's actually moving into Libra. And so there may be a lot of conversations about your salary, about your, the money that you make, your material possessions, but also you could have this boost in terms of, having these like wonderful conversations with the people that you love about, that kind of like bring the self-confidence out of you. This, you understand like what you're worth, your self-value, which is really great. Now we remember Mars is still in Libra as well. So we have the sun, Mars in Libra, sun, Mars, Mercury in Libra in the beginning of the month. And that's when, it's just, think of them linking arms in a beautiful like forest. Like it could be like, straight out of a painting. Okay. They're walking by this beautiful lake. All right. But then week by week, the planets start entering Scorpio. All right. And so this is when things get really intense. This is when things get really like, I want it now. Like I'm being very driven, ambitious. So, they're walking along this park or, right next to this beautiful lake, but now like they're power walking, and they may be like jostling, and they may be like competitive, and they may be like really like, why are you holding my arm? Like it's gonna be like, it gets really intense. And then also, even with all this intensity that's happening in Scorpio, we do have eclipses. That's the main thing of this month. But do you see how this month is built up to just be like a soda can, like shaking, and then burst. Okay. So, and I don't want you to think it's in a bad way. All this activity in Scorpio is in your third house. So you are going to have a lot of intensity, a lot of like drive, ambition in terms of your passions, like this just burning desire. All right. And you're going to be able to communicate it all. All right. It's also like, you are possibly going to do a lot of things like writing. That's a thing coming up for y'all? Like contracts again, like I mentioned, maybe like writing out proposals or writing out like decks or, business proposals or whatnot. It could be a thing for a lot of y'all, but there will be also family activity that's happening, like siblings, cousin, neighbors, but also your like travel is likely a thing for y'all. Okay, so some of y'all could really want a trip, really start planning a trip. All right, and this family energy, and we'll talk about this. I did a 3 months ahead forecast. It should be be up. I'll link it up here somewhere at the end of the video, but it's in my like bonus videos section. But we really are, when we move into Sagittarius, that is your fourth house, okay? And so we're really building up to y'all possibly thinking about moving, possibly thinking about doing something about your home. There could be a lot of activity with you, like maybe moving in with a partner, possibly, more attention with parents or, even children. There could be something around there. But even still, I like Mercury and Libra for you. Okay, that's going to happen on the 4th. Be open to listening forever. And now, listening forever, to listening to other people. Now, what I was going to say is Mercury has been in your sign, okay, for a really long time. And so it's kind of nice that it's moving into Libra. All right. So again, this is more like you focusing on like your self-worth, self-confidence, even like maybe having conversations about that, communicating in a more confident way, really powering up. That's what this month is. But also maybe having conversations about, contracts, about money, about your salary. That could be a thing. There could be a big switch for y'all. And the other thing is Venus is going into your sign. So I love this because this is bringing a lot of you, putting you in your own element in a way. Venus is another planet, by the way, that was in Leo for a really long time, okay? Like because of these retrogrades, right? So it's really, really crazy that we're finally moving forward with Mercury and Venus moving into different signs. Venus is moving into your sign. So again, yes, you are going to be very like in the zone. You are going to be like very thinking about others, very, loyal, but dedicated to your work. You're going to be working. You're going to be working a lot. You're going to be thinking about work. There's a lot of new stuff that has come in terms of work for y'all. All right. So we're moving in that direction. And then, halfway through the month, Pluto goes direct, but then Mars enters Scorpio on the 11th. Okay. So Mars is now leaving Libra and is moving into Scorpio. And this can be very intense. It can be very heated. It's very aggressive, but it's also all about that personal transformation, personal growth, really, it really is that now energy. Like nothing's going to stop me now. This is the way that's going to happen. Virgos, with Venus in your sign, and then also with Mercury and Libra, there's all this, like, you are going to get the things that you want. Nothing's going to stop you. It's really like, I always say it like my mom's a Virgo and even my dog is a Virgo. When things get heated, you cannot win an argument with a Virgo. And that's in general too. And my moon's in Virgo, so I get that. But the way that things are built up this month is like you're not gonna let anything like take away anything that you've worked hard for, and you're not going to let anything crumble. Like everything's going to happen for you the way that you want it to. It's especially with all this activity in Scorpio, which is a very intense sign, and it's all in your third house of communicating. So you will be having a lot of conversations this month, and then writing, reading things in terms of setting new things up. But one thing of just a word of caution with Mars and Scorpio, again, that can be intense and it can be heated. So be very, do not like, be more Ted Lasso than, I don't know, Nicolas Cage. Okay, like or one of his characters. So there is a lot of like this month, like come at me, bro energy, especially because Pluto is now direct. That is like a huge thing for you because it has been retrograde since May. Okay, and so Pluto is in Capricorn in your fifth house of love, of romance, of pleasure as well, okay? Of the fine things in life, of, even family and children as well, but creativity, self-expression. So you're going to start feeling a lot of movement in those areas of your life. And you know that Saturn has been in Pisces in your seventh house of partnerships and relationships, okay? And that is going to be something you're taking a lot more seriously now. There's going to be new partnerships entering your life, okay? You're going to be, whether work, career, business, or love, romance, or, even just think one-on-one relationships, okay? That is the best way to think of it. But there is something that you are investing in, and you are deeply investing in it this month, okay? That is what's really happening here. Mercury is actually then going to leave Libra and move into Scorpio. So this is happening a few days before the sun moves into Scorpio. And so now you see we have so much activity in Scorpio. Mars in Scorpio is, when I say it's intense, it's intense. Mars is a planet of like war and whatnot, but it is like the planet of drive and ambition. Mars is the ancient ruler of Scorpio, and now Pluto's direct. Pluto is the modern ruler of Scorpio. And so when I say like a lot of power, a lot of aggression, a lot of intensity, expect it toward the end of the month, more toward like the last few weeks. Now, we do have those two eclipses, really, really big. We have the new moon solar eclipse in Libra. And if you saw my 3-month forecast, which I recommend you do because I break it down what's going to happen for the season, this is, think about the 19-year cycle, right, of the eclipse. Then I'll do a video on eclipses or something, just to give you a little bit more idea. The last time we had a new moon solar eclipse in Libra at the same degree was October 2004. Think about what happened for you back then, okay? Think about what happened for you back then, Virgo. There could have been, I'm not gonna lie, you could have had some sort of new job. You could have something with work, something with salary. And remember, eclipses, their energies last. They set you up for like a year. Okay. So you could feel the energy like for a year. So when I say think about back to October 2004, think about what happened like, up to 6 months, up to, like around that time, since October, okay, 2004. Like I said, in all my readings, these eclipses, it's really, they're powerful. Their energies last a long time, okay? It's Clark Kent turning into Superman. It's Princess Diana turning into Wonder Woman. It is like powerful energy. And this, this eclipse is honestly, it's just going to be very game changing. So it looks like, just seeing what's going on for y'all, it looks like there is something that you are going to do that's a lot more fun for you. Okay. And I really love that. Because you are going to be in your zone. And we do have that full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus. That's going to happen toward the end of the month, the 28th or 29th. It depends on where you live in the world, but pay attention to that. That one's going to be huge. That one is in your 9th house of spirituality, your belief system, the way that you see things. It's also education, okay? Higher education. A lot of y'all may be going back to school, okay? It is September. It's October. But, maybe night classes or whatnot. Or you could want to learn something, especially it could be, something that has to do with spirituality. I want you to ask yourself what that means for you. It means spirituality. It means a lot of different things for a lot of different people. So those two could be linked up. And then also your 9th house, okay, is publishing as well. So if you're working on a book, hello. Big news. You got a lot of activity here. So there could be so there's a lot happening this month, as you know, and that is why I am talking really fast, because these readings, come on, they have been going an hour long. All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and get started, because if you are new to my channel, after I do your spread, I break it down week by week. So remember, stick it around. I pull a lot more cards, because I haven't even talked about some of the a lot of other big aspects aspects that are happening, like the best days of the month. We have another Kazimi. There's so much happening this month. Virgo, let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and get started. See what's going on for you. I love, you're going to be, I feel like you're going to feel so empowered this month, okay? Especially, when it comes to love, when it comes to money, when it comes to, beauty, like beautifying things as well, with Venus moving into your sign after being in Leo for so long. And when Venus was in Leo, that was your 12th house. It's not like like the most fun placement, but what it does is it gives you this clarity in terms of what you need to do next, basically. All right. It's really like a lot of intuition energy there. But again, relationships, partnerships may be a big thing for you. All right. Career, work, romance, especially with Saturn in Pisces, and now Venus going into your sign, and with just all these eclipses, and the fact that we do have the first eclipse in Libra, the native ruler of the 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So with that said, Virgo, are you ready for a life-changing month? Okay, let's go ahead and get started, Virgo. See what's going on for you. Again, this is for Virgo Sun, Virgo rising. If you want to read for your moon, your Venus, all those other placements, I would recommend the moon, obviously, because of the eclipses. I would also recommend Venus because it's going in your sign. It's going in your sign, but it depends on where it falls in your birth chart. Let's just get started, okay? Let's get started, because I do talk a lot. Venus, Virgo. Let's, if you are, like I said earlier, I do a traditional call to cross spread. Really does bring the best overview. I want to also thank you, everyone who, I got a lot of compliments about my hair. And so I'm just saying thank you, everyone, for that. And I do apologize because, as you can see, I just cut it all off. I think I mentioned something about how I look like, I don't think it was your sign, but maybe it was how it was just long. It was really long. But I think I mentioned something about it. But anyway, Virgo, you're good. Like I said, this is going to be a big month for you and a good month for you. Okay. These eclipses are good eclipses. And, what's really interesting, Virgo, and pay attention to what I'm about to say, because this is going to blow your mind. Both eclipses are ruled by, Venus. Okay. So Libra, remember the solar eclipse that we have in Libra, Venus is a ruling planet. Okay. The solar eclipse, lunar eclipse that we have in Taurus, Venus is the ruler of Taurus. So very Venetian at play here. And they're both happening under your roof. They're both happening under your roof, because remember, Venus is in Virgo. Yeah. And look at this. Look at this. I mean, you're good. You're absolutely good. All right, let's see let's get started. Everything that I just said is right here, okay? Everything that I just said. You got the 6 of Cups, all right? So I love this for you. Remember how I said Pluto is going direct, coming in your 5th house of pleasure, love, romance, but it's just like a feel-good house, okay? Feel-good house. There you go. This is all about feeling good, tapping into your inner child, long hair, no care. It's really that energy of letting your guard down now. You've been going through so much, especially with Venus having been in Leo in your 12th house for so long, because it was retrograde too. Remember that. But there was also a lot of other things that were happening, but even still, hello, this is amazing. You're great. You're good. This is the biggest house in tarot too, by the way, indicating a lot of comfort, a lot of security, a lot of protection. This came up in your past, all right? So really depends on what day you watch this reading, but you're moving into October with this, I can let my hair down now. I'm really good. Changes have happened in my life. Remember that new moon that happened in your sign, okay? That was a powerful new moon. That was a really big new moon. A lot of Virgos are changing. Things in your life are changing, okay? But there is also a sense of nostalgia nostalgia with this card. As we know, nostalgia is really great, and you could have had a lot of nostalgic moments, especially when Venus was retrograde. But even still, and with Mercury retrograde, and Mercury is your ruling planet. You know that, right? And so that's why it is. I like Mercury in Libra for you. I do. I love that for you. Mercury is going to go into Scorpio, and we'll talk about that later when we break it down week by week. But it's like you have this gratitude in your life. There's a lot of like kindness and sharing with this card. But again, it is like tapping into your inner child. And when I say that, think about when you were a child. Think about that feeling of freedom and innocence and curiosity and just like, that feel good feeling. You're good. I love this for you. And, here we go to the heart of your spread. You have the Four of Wands. Come on. Virgo, this is a card of celebration, of joy, but of something like significant happening in your life, like a milestone moment, okay? And so, two things here. One, this card is attributed to Venus and Aries. Okay, so this is really nice because what's happening, if you think about the synchronicities of what's going on. Remember, these eclipses are part of the whole nodal shifts that we had. So the North Node moved into Aries in July. South Node moved into Libra, and Aries, and the North Node moving into Aries, your 8th house. Okay, like transformation. I mean, like but Scorpio is a native ruler of the 8th house, okay? And so remember, this is a monthly reading, not a weekly reading. This is for the month, all right? So things have been transforming for the better for you. And there's, again, new job, promotion. You could have moved, okay? You could have had a new baby. You could have gotten married, proposed to. Think about these big things, okay? Think about these big things. There's if it hasn't happened yet. Oh yeah, it's happening this month. It's happening this month, okay? You are definitely going to have something big happen. Remember, we do have Saturn in Pisces, a big thing for you. And Saturn will go direct. I think it's next month, but even still, that is partnerships and relationships. Like you just taking that very seriously now, whether work or, like maybe starting your own business with another partner, or maybe, just doing something different, maybe even getting a promotion. Now you have a new colleague or bringing on a new client, but also, love and romance, or getting married, getting proposed to, or meeting the one and starting to date. I mean, there's so much happening here. I really love it. You even see, what I love about this is, I don't know if you're into numerology, but you do see the 1111, right? In the form of the ones. It's, and I may do a video on that later too, but a lot of people ask about that. All these numbers, like 1111, which is like blessings and like winks from the universe and whatnot, like that's, these numbers, they mean something for someone in the way that they feel it. So it does, it's the same thing. It's like, it won't mean the same thing for another person. Some people have, it resonates in different ways, but even still, it's just a great sign. Okay. It's a great sign that's happening. Now, you did get the 6 of Wands in your challenge area. All right. So there is a sense of, this month, there could be something that goes, a little like sideways. All right. I'm not going to lie, with all this energy moving into Scorpio, there's something that could go a little bit sideways. The way that I see it, or the way that I feel it more often, it's more like it could be you're starting something new, and it's not. It may take a while to like adjust to, okay? So keep that in mind. And it may, and remember, this is a month where your emotions can be like really heightened. And when I say heightened, and when I say Pluto's at play all month, going direct, and then Mars and Mercury and the Sun in Scorpio, there could be some like ego at play. Right. So keep that in mind. And I'm not saying that you have a big ego, Virgo. I'm just saying that, with the way that you're with the Six of Wands challenging the Four of Wands, there could be a little bit of just like, look at me, look at me, look at me. That's fine. But do it in a way that's just like, you've earned this. I've earned this. I've deserved this. Like, have the receipts and, really own this moment. You do have Venus in your sign. Okay. I'm just saying, don't get too like, yeah, I'm like running down the street with like the trophy in your hand. Do you know what I mean? And like screaming at everyone, like, look at me, look at me. Like, I know that you would. Virgos is like the least like sign to do anything like that, but even still, you do have a lot to celebrate this month. And there is also an energy of, if you are going to it's almost like if you don't, there could be something like where you don't like, it's almost like something's going to happen in secret, if that makes any sense. Like, you may be hiding stuff right now. You may be hiding some things, like things that, like, for instance, like, let's say like you are at a job and you got a new job, or you're going to do something different. But you haven't like told anyone yet, but you're doing it. Do you know what I mean? Like that kind of energy as well, may be happening this month. And again, it's the same thing with like, relationships. There could be like, you could be wanting to, I don't know, propose to someone, but it's just like, you're going to wait for, the time of, like this date or this date. But there is like, there's a lot of like, with even that Scorpio energy, a lot of like, secretive stuff happens, with Scorpio energy in the 8th house. But at the same time, it is in your 3rd house of communication. So there could be like things that you're going to be communicating, but strategically. I mean, you are Virgos. Now, Page of Swords in your crown. It's like you're ready to go. That's all it is. You're ready to go. There's this new thing that's happening. You have this new mindset this month. You have this enthusiasm, this eagerness. But again, don't be that one. Like a big message is, especially with the Six of Wands in your challenge area and the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is great. Okay, we love the Page of Swords. He has this. He wants to like start using that sword. He wants to start, like getting going. Swords are the mental suit, the air suit, right? So it's intellect, logic, even like I said, the mindset. But think about but he's very eager. Okay, he's an eager beaver. Think about like, let's say you went, you were camping with your friends. Okay, you went on this really long hike. Okay, it was a 30-mile hike, and everybody wants to take a 10-minute break just to like, just take a little break. I need I want to eat my granola bar. I want to, drink my, energy drink, whatever. Let's take a 10-minute break. We just did a 30-mile hike. There's that one person. Okay. There's that one person that 1 minute in, he's like, okay, everybody, let's go. Let's do it. Let's keep going. All right. That's the Page of Swords. Okay. So again, it's like, with emotions heightened, with this empowerment energy, but like high, like all up here. Just make sure like like you keep your ego down a little bit, because things are gonna be so good for you. And again, I want you to know, I'm not saying you have big egos. I'm just saying, I'm just reading your cards. All right, but there is a sense of something new that's happening, and the biggest message is some of y'all will be getting married, or thinking about getting married, or thinking about moving in, or starting a new chapter in your life with a new partner in some sense, because you also got the Two of Cups. I can't even begin to tell you how much I love the fact that you got the Two of Cups. Remember, I did say Saturn and Pisces in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. And that's for, at this point, like 2 years now. For the next 2 years, it's like you're going to be, it's like you A lot of focus on that, okay? Whether career, whether love, but this is the card of two becoming one. This is the card of, Aristotle himself said, love is composed of a single soul inhabiting two bodies. That's what this card is. Love transcending time and space itself. This is, in layman's terms, the true, the twin flame card, the soulmate card, the true love card, right? You do see the caduceus between them, right? This is really absolutely amazing. It's the two serpents around the rod. It's one of the oldest alchemical symbols. If you are into yoga, you would know it's like that, you like Kundalini, like that driving life force, right? From the base of your spine all through your chakras, right? To divinity, divine awareness. Like this is absolutely amazing. It's soulmate energy. It's like you found the one. And again, this is resonating looking at your spread, and it honestly can be either career, business, work, or love and romance, with the Four of Wands in the heart of your spread, with Pluto going direct in your 5th house. All right, that is, remember what I said, love and romance, family, children. But then you also have we will be moving into Sagittarius season soon, which will be your 4th house, your domestic sector. Okay, foundations of life. So that includes like family, children, but also your partner and things at home. Like, so, a lot of y'all could be getting married or being proposed to, or if you're single, finding your true love. And again, I'm going to break down the dates where there's so many days where it's like, oh yeah, you will definitely meet your soulmate this month. Okay. There are dates. We'll talk about it. But this is why this is the best. I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This is your best monthly reading. Okay. This is your best monthly reading. Because all these changes are happening for the good. It's like everything that's happening for you, will happen for you in a way that you want it. Okay. And it obviously you have to take action, but it seems like that you have, seeing what's going on here. Yeah. But keep taking that action. Now, the reason why I love this is not only did you get the 9 of Pentacles in your future, which is all about abundance. It's all about that freedom, freedom. Like I said, you got the 6 of Cups here. Okay, letting your guard down. I mean, like, I really love that. But here, it's all about this independence. Okay, and you look at her harvest. She has so much money. This is money and wealth. It's the Pentacles. All right. It's a lot of enlightenment too. It's working hard to get where you're at. You see that? I'm going to point something out. You see that little snail there by my finger? Yeah. Every detail in tarot is like very, very important. And I don't talk about all of them because there's just so many, but, this is self-sufficiency, okay? This is like snails carry their own homes, right? But it's you having earned your spot here. This is you moving into this abundance on your own, okay? This is you working. You have worked to get to this spot, okay? This was you're good. You're good. Look at what's happening in your future, okay? Look at your harvest. Look at all this is money and wealth. Okay. It's also, Pentacles are earthbound, so your physical realm. Again, that's a lot of things could be happening in your physical world right now where you're moving into this, abundance and a lot of love, a lot of self-love as well. Money. Remember I said money is like a really big thing for y'all. It's a really big thing for y'all, especially with all this activity in Libra, and we're going to have this new moon solar eclipse in Libra. But hey, the reason why I love this so much for you is because remember how I said Venus is moving into your sign. This card is attributed to Venus in Virgo. You're good. I think I did say earlier too that you're gonna feel more in your element this month, but even still, Virgo, you're good. This is gonna be an amazing month for you. There's a lot of new stuff happening for you, a lot to celebrate. Let's get to your stuff, okay? Virgo, if you like this reading, it would be great if you'd like, subscribe, leave comments. I love hearing from y'all. I want to know what's going on. There's so many great, exciting things to come for October. And you've probably started some new things already with that new moon in Virgo. If like put wheels in motion, okay? And if you're a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. Y'all make my day. I wouldn't be here without you. So I really, truly appreciate it. I'm really grateful. And the last thing is that, y'all, I finally did it. Okay, I finally did it. I know that you see like the merchandise store, but I finally, and I'm sorry this took so long, but I finally put all those like all those products that y'all have been asking for, like so You're Good Virgo is in the. It's there now. Okay, the phone cases are there, the hoodies, there's so I'm very excited. I'm sorry it took forever to do that, but I'm really excited for it. And as you know, like maybe you don't know, but I'll tell you, I think I've mentioned this in like one or two videos, but everything that I make from this channel, including like this store hey, great mugs too, right? You love the product placement. But anything I make, my brother and I are saving up to buy my parents a home, to get them like this big down deposit, or anything like it all goes toward the good of my loving parents. And my mom is a Virgo. So Virgo, oh, look at this. I love this. Okay, so there's gonna be a lot of y'all. Remember I said that like this is a month of like thinking about like what you're investing into, okay? What you want to invest into, whether it is relationships, whether it's career, whether it's investments itself, all right? That is going to be, obviously a big thing as well, especially with, all this activity in Aries, with the North Node moving into Aries in your 8th house, which is other people's resources. It is like investments, inheritance as well. It's bonuses, commissions, paying off debts, maybe even your partner's income could get like a big boost. But even still, look at what's happening here. So, hello, Ace of Cups, the Holy Grail, the Heart of Tarot. This is, I always say, think about the last time something brought you so much joy, brought you to tears, right? Whether it was getting your dream job, whether it was getting proposed to, whether it was having children. Well, it looks like you want that bad. You want it really bad. And you can have it. You can have it all. Okay? Just put all that energy, remember, toward your passions. Don't, and again, with the way of what's happening for y'all, it looks like nothing's going to distract you anyway. You're going to be laser focused. You're going to do what you want. You're going to do what you want. Okay. You're at this point where you're just like a little bit more out of your headspace and more, but still there, but in a way where it's like there's no confusion now, there's no like reassessing things, but I absolutely love this for you. It looks like some of y'all do want to get married too, but you want this new, I'm going to point something out real quick. You do see the dove at the top of the card with it, so a lot of self-love here. So really have that self-love first and foremost moving into this month. Okay, just again, that confidence, being confident, knowing your worth, right? But what I was going to point out is a dove at the top, the universal symbol of peace and harmony. And remember, there is a lot of activity with Libra that is happening, okay? And Libra is the native ruler of partnerships and relationships, which I mentioned, is all about peace and harmony. But the reason why I say that is because doves mate for life. And so a lot of y'all, if you are single, you better go mingle. But again, this is a month where a lot of y'all may be starting new relationships. Okay. If you are in a relationship, it really is just like having that reignited spark in a relationship. It's going to start happening. You'll start feeling it. Okay. But I want you to want it. All right. If you want it. Okay. Here's the other thing. You did get the 7 of Cups in your external factors area. So don't let anything distract you now. Just don't. That's all it's saying. And I think that's what's really driving you this month to being really focused on getting exactly what you want, getting exactly what you want. It's the 7 of Cups is, you can see, I call it the card of illusion and delusion, because you can see, this young man being gifted all these cups, but they're so different. They're so different. And if you take a closer look, not all of them are like great. So you have to really know what you want and just go for it. But again, with it coming up in your external factors area, it's great because it looks like that there is a lot of things that you may have been thinking about. All right. There could have been like, okay, well, do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? Remember Mercury, retrograde in your sign for so long. For about 3 weeks, which is a long time, you could have been reassessing a lot of things. And that's what's really put you in this, spot in October, knowing what you want, really going for it, not being confused about anything, not being wishy-washy, not being like, do I do this? Do I do that? Like, you know what you want. You know what you want. And if you don't, spend time thinking about it, okay? And be realistic about it. Be grounded about it. That's what you are, Virgo. You're an earth sign. You're very analytical. Like, you got this, okay? You also got the Hermit, which is ruled by Virgo. And so it's really, again, you're coming out of a couple of months where it was just like, what? And now this month, you are in the zone. You're going to feel comfortable in your own skin. You're going to be excited this month. And it's going to be a very empowering month for you. All right. Very empowering month for you. And it's almost like it's such a big month. This is a card of like deep soul searching. The Hermit is someone who gray in tarot is all about wisdom. It's all gray here, okay? And so there is a sense of you like wanting. There's so much new stuff happening for you. I'm not gonna lie. And if they haven't yet, they will for sure. Especially with the eclipses, but also, do you hear that? The church bells. That's a sign. That's a sign. Oh, I love that. That's happening, especially with you having the 4 of Wands and the 2 of Cups. That's a big sign. Virgo, oh my goodness, that's amazing. But what I was going to say is like there could be a sense of you really wanting to know what's going on with... it's really like going within to... really, really trust your intuition, to really understand... it's when I say that soul searching, like really knowing what you want. And it seems like you will this month, okay? But there is going to be a sense of you also wanting to be like more spiritually driven as well. Like, and when I say that again, that word means a lot of different things for a lot of different people. But for me, the biggest message that's coming through is like just trusting your intuition, listening to your inner voice, okay? Letting your intuition guide you, being in touch with your higher self, all right? That's going to make all the difference. And then lastly, you did get the 7 of Pentacles, okay? So remember what I said about that investment energy. Like, what do you want to invest into? It seems like there is some like decisions that y'all will be making this month if you haven't already. Okay. You can, so first, don't take for granted be proud of yourself, of how far you've come. Be very proud of yourself. And now this month, be prepared to make a decision, okay? Make a decision which direction you want to go. You've already invested so much of your life into, certain things and whether it is career, whether it is work, whether it's your own personal journey, your soul journey, okay? Whether it is love, romance, but now it's like, this is a month where you're just like, what's the next step, okay? You go within, you have the answers inside you. You don't get distracted. You don't want what you want. You'll be fine. You're going to be good. You're going to be absolutely good. This is one of your best readings. This is one of your best readings for sure. I and this, I want you to know it's more like next step level. So again, some of you can be getting new jobs. Some of you can be starting your own business. Some of you can be getting promoted. If you ask for it, remember it's that empowerment energy. What is, your value, your worth, that you're going to know that this month. Okay. And then secondly, it's and also love. Okay. Is it time to propose, to get married, renewal vows, or maybe even take a cruise to reignite our love, or you know what I mean, like that, that kind of energy, but also like ascending. Okay, ascending. What is the next step to ascend where I am in my life? These eclipses are going to be game changers. So with that said, Virgo, let's break it down. Let me tell you what's going on. Okay, let me tell you what's going on for you, Virgo, every week this month. So your ruling planet is being very active the first week of October. All right, the one day that I want you to really and all, remember, I leave all these key astrological dates in the description box if you do want to follow along. I'm not going to go through, there's so much happening this month. I'm not going to go through all of them, just the ones that I feel compelled to. And the one, Mercury trining Pluto, is going to happen on the 3rd. I've really, really absolutely love this. Like, you could be, especially with Mercury being your ruling planet, big thing here. That's going to be huge. Okay. This is actually, what's really funny is that, and it's still in your sign. Okay. On the 3rd. And so it's trining Pluto, all about power, empowerment. And this is you, like, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, you could be so influential, like, you can't believe it. Like, you can't believe it. So good time for, like, really dive deep into, like, make business deals happen, and it's all about gains. But Mercury does move into Libra the next day. So that is going to be there for a few weeks. That's that, like, balance energy, that peacekeeper energy, that but also you just communicating a lot. Okay, being a little bit more social now. Libra is a very social sign, but remember, a lot of could be a lot of activity around partnerships and relationships around this time, communicating in that sort of aspect, with money. About money, but also Mars is squaring Pluto on the 8th. This is a really strong day. This is that day where this is like that come at me bro day. Okay, everyone can be power tripping this day. Mars squaring Pluto it's a little aggressive. Okay, and so that is where a day where everybody needs to just really not let their ego lead any conversations or any situations, like pulling it back a little bit. And then Venus on that same day goes into your sign, okay? Into your sign. So that really amplifies your powers in a respect. And it's really interesting because it's all about being, like, just very practical at this point, and even like fixing things to your liking, which is a very nice thing. You see how the Hangman flipped over when I was shuffling, which is really great. But it's just saying that you're ready for transformation, and you need you're ready for transformation. Anyway, let's so Venus moving into your sign, just use it to your advantage, and you'll feel it. Okay, you'll feel it. And I love that. You remember, Venus rules love and romance and beauty and money. Okay, money's a big thing for you. All right, and sex and creativity and everything that Venus. We all love Venus, right? So Venus is moving into your sign. So with that said, let's see what's going on for you, Virgo, for the first week of October. Oh, goodness. Yes. You have the 10 of Pentacles. You're good. You're absolutely good. Okay. You're absolutely 1000% good. This is, in the tree of life, the 10 sphere, we'll call it the sphere. It's like really coming into the physical realm at this point. And as you can see, it is raining pentacles. It is raining money and wealth in the form of the tree of life. Okay. And so this is, remember I said there's going to be a lot of like family energy and like, well, it's right here. Remember when I said there's going to be a lot of inheritance energy? Well, it's right here. Virgo, everything that I said earlier is like, so but even if you were to take all that astrology out, it's still everything I said is happening right here. So really love this. I absolutely love this because this is a Virgo card. Okay. And also, look at the this is 3 generations of family at play in this card. I'm going to show you. You can barely see. There's a child. Like a lot of people can't see it, but you see that little child in the corner right there. Okay. And we say that's the hermit who's finally made it. Remember, the hermit you already got. Remember, the hermit is you, or your card. All right. The hermit is ruled by Virgo. So you're going to feel good. The first week, it looks like there is a lot of abundance that's happening, a lot of changes that have happened in your life. This is like you made it. This, look how big their castle is, right? This is, and all the harvest, like things are good for you. And there's a sense of you moving now into this new direction because remember 10 is the end, so it's like new beginnings, but you're good. Okay. Now, second week of October, Pluto does go direct. This is when things are going to start getting intense because Mars moves into Scorpio, and this is a huge power burst. Okay. This is really all about transforming your life at this point. Personal growth, evolution, having these changes, like significant changes in your life, taking charge, being in charge of your passions, your ambitions. This is what I was saying. This is that now energy. Okay. It's like you're no longer like messing around. Okay. You're no longer messing around. Things that you want, you're gonna get. It's like, and again, it's like that investing all your energy and time and blood and sweat and tears and heart and soul into your passions. Okay, Virgo, I absolutely love this for you. And it's also it is like, I said in another sign or a couple of it, it's like, think about the final girl in like a horror movie, right? Instead of hiding, she's chasing the monster now. She's like, no. I got a life ahead of me. I'm on my path to enlightenment. You are not going to get in my way. Like, come here. I'm gonna show you. All right. So that's Mars and Scorpio, by the way. And what I love is on the 13th, Mars is trining Saturn. This is really amazing. This is when I think some of y'all will start new jobs or relationships, start a new relationship, or even get proposed to, get married, or renew vows, take your relationship to another level. This is so significant because it's 2 malefic planets trining. So, great day to sign a contract. Great day to start a relationship. A lot of y'all may start a new job around this time. You'll just feel unstoppable. Your passions, they're really, at this point, they're really going to soar. Okay. They're really going to soar. I really love this for you. And with Pluto having gone direct and, with, the North Node moving into Aries. Yeah. This is a very increased sex drive, increased energy, and what I love about this is that this is happening the day before the new moon solar eclipse in Libra. Hello, huge. Major, okay? This is major. And that's on the 14th, 15th. Again, where it depends on where you live in the world. That remember, this is absolutely amazing. Mars is totally dignified. This is, again, part of that Aries Libra nodal shift that we had. So I really love this. There is something that's new happening for you. You could have already been feeling it in the beginning of the month. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised. Like if you've already been like in transition or things have been changing, that new moon Virgo in your sign was really powerful. But this is like really like radical change we're talking about. A lot, and remember, this is like going up to a year. Okay, the energies of it. So with that said, Virgo, let's see what's going on for you for the second week of October. You're good. You just got justice. I don't even know what to say at this point. This is you're good. You're good. In the simplest sense, right? Justice will be served. But what I want to remind you is that justice is ruled by Libra. And so you just pulled the justice card during the week of the new moon solar eclipse in Libra. All right. So, again, a lot of attention that could be happening with, money or whatever. But the fact that you just pulled this card, the day after Mars is trining Saturn, the day of the new moon. I mean, like for this week, particularly with all this partnership activity, with a 4 of Wands in the heart of your spread, with a 9 of Pentacles in your future. Yeah. A lot of y'all are getting married, okay? A lot of y'all are solidifying relationships. A lot of y'all are getting new jobs, okay? A lot of y'all are doing something big, okay? Big. But for sure, or even thinking about it, or putting wheels in motion. Again, the energies of this eclipse is like long lasting. So up to a year. This is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I would, you just have an amazing reading. There's really nothing else to say. The only thing is like, just continue to work with your karma and you'll be fine. Karma is heavily like, influenced, with the justice card, but karma's not static, right? You constantly work with your karma, because actions do have consequences. We all know that, but I feel like I don't even have to tell you that. The only thing I have to tell you is that, sure, actions have consequences, but equally so, inaction have consequences too. And remember, this is a month where you have to take action for the things that you want. So take all that action and you're going to be fine. But you're really, really good. You're really good. I can't even. So yeah, a lot of y'all are going to get married. A lot of y'all will think about getting married. A lot of y'all are starting new businesses, maybe new jobs, maybe new careers. There's just something new. Just think new. It's happening for y'all. Now, third week of, and it's going to work out perfectly. And third week of October, okay? Sun, the sun conjuncts Mercury, okay? So we do have we have a Cazimi on the 19th, Virgo. This is absolutely amazing. What I love about this is that this is still, well, first, we just had a sun conjunct Mercury, but Mercury was retrograde at that time in your sign, but now Mercury is in Libra. So again, there could be something about partnerships, something about relationships, but also something about money, salary, and finances, and even material possessions. But also like you having a lot more clarity, a lot more huge confidence boost, knowing your worth. You're like, if you like got a job offer and they were just like, oh, we'll pay you this, you're like, no, I'm worth this. Do you know what I mean? Like that kind of energy. Really thinking about like the peace and justice that you want in your life at this point too, for yourself. There's going to be some challenging aspects after the 19th. We'll talk about this in the weekly reading, but it's just, this is the, like, on the 20th and the 21st with all these, there's going to be a couple Pluto squares, okay? And these are not cool. These are very like, these are those ego trippy power, just like, think about like the think about the villain in an 80s movie like Revenge of the Nerds or whatever, where their like collars flipped up and they're wearing their Ray-Bans and they're just like like these are those days where there could be some power struggles, there could be some like but we'll talk about it. I'll guide you through that. The great thing is that Venus is going to trine Jupiter. So this is on the 21st. If you want to mark it in your calendar, this is one of the best days of the month. Okay. One of the best aspects of the month. It's all about beauty. It's all about luck. It's all about love and joy. This is one of those great days for singles. Like if you don't go out there, if you don't go to like, the dinosaur museums or the fountains in your, park, where I don't know, wherever you meet singles these days, or get on your dating apps and swipe. Like you need to, okay? This is a great time to do it. It's also a great time, Venus rules beauty. Like I said, it's a really good time to just have a spa treatment, go get, this amazing haircut, really do things to feel good about, do that. Because remember, Venus is in your sign, the first house, identity, but also body. So treat yourself. Treat yourself this day, okay, Virgo? So what else is happening? And then Mercury enters Scorpio. Oh my gosh. So we are really, really like, this is really interesting, okay? Because Mercury in Scorpio, I'm not going to lie, this is kind of like, I want to know everything energy. But it's kind of similar to you, like in that it's like very analytical, but in a different way. Like Mercury in Scorpio is like no filter. It's like, but it's a lot more, it's like very intuitive. So it's like very analytical, but also using like more of like that intuition, really like, remember how it says like secrets? It's like that detective energy, like Daniel Craig and Knives Out, okay? Like that kind of energy. But even still, this is where you see how we're getting really Scorpio-y, okay? At this point, we're getting really Scorpio-y. But Mercury does trine Saturn on the 22nd. We'll talk about that in the weekly forecast. But I feel like y'all are gonna do some traveling possibly with a partner, or traveling for work or something that anyway, let's just get to it. Let's see what's going on for you for the third week of November. October. Sorry, we all know we're in October. You got the Page of Cups. You're good. You are so good. How did that come out? Where did that come from? You got the Page of Cups, so you're absolutely good. I don't even, you just, you're good here. Okay, so this is going to be an amazing month for you, and this is possibly one of your best monthly readings that you've had. Page of Cups. At this point, there is something new that started in your life, or you've put wheels in motion, and there is something. This is all about following your bliss. This is knowing what you want. This is, but very intuitive energy. I like this. I like this Mercury and Scorpio activity for you, because it's all about, remember I said all this activity in Scorpio is in your third house of communication, right? Now, pages are the messengers. So there could be some great news that you receive around this time. There could be good news that you're giving to other people. But at the same time, there is just a sense of you just really tapping into like a lot of the creative side of you, and just following your bliss, just knowing that there's something new coming through into your life. You're good. You're absolutely good. Being very intuitive is like a big thing, and using your intuition to guide you, okay, when you do communicate. Now, the last week of October, that's when, the 23rd, Sun moves into Scorpio. We're talking power, money, transformation, intimacy. Intimacy is like a big thing here, especially with Mars in Scorpio, with Mercury in Scorpio. I mean, like really, really, we're gonna start getting really intense. Now on the 24th, the Sun is going to trine Saturn. This is one of the best days of the month. Okay, mark it in your calendar. We haven't had this in a long time. This is really like, remember Saturn is like in Pisces for the next 2 years, okay? And the Page of Cups, by the way, is very Piscean. There is a sense of, it's like there's something being set up for the long haul, okay? For you. All right. Now, on the 28th, we have the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus. This is a huge thing here. Okay. It's happening during Scorpio season. It's opposite sign. This is going to be like really big. Okay. This is going to be very big, very high energy. It's all about comfort, stability. What is going to bring that for you now? Releasing things that may not be, work that complete that for you, right? Or add, enhance it, or, add flavor to it, or whatnot. But this is very this is going to be a big eclipse. Okay. Taurus is the finance sign, so it really is like getting finances in order to remember there's all that activity that's happening in your second house of salary and whatnot. So you could have some radical change, okay, and finances. And then again, just it looks like there is something happening, like whether you are getting married, and that's you joining like your bank accounts, or you starting your own job, or getting promoted, or there's so many possibilities here, but there is so much like radical change. There are Mars and Mercury will oppose Jupiter this day. I like this though. All right, we'll talk about that more in the weekly reading, but just know something's going to culminate. And remember, full moons illuminate. All right. So there is going to be something that is, you'll just know. Okay. There's all this intuitive energy. Scorpio is very intuitive. You'll just know the things that you are like, okay, I'm going to move on from this, or I have moved on from this and I'm in a happier place. Now, Mercury will conjunct Mars on the 29th. We'll talk about that in the weekly reading, but that's really, really amazing. It's a strong aspect. It's just like your mind will be really sharp. So again, that's one of those days where it's just like ego, bring it down a bit. But it's also, and that's for everybody. But Venus is going to trine Uranus on the 31st. Okay, so this is, if you live like in my neck of the woods, we have Halloween. All right, so it's a day where you're gonna see some of the craziest like costumes you've never seen before. Uranus is all about like innovation, okay, like breakthroughs and surprises. Okay, so it could be like, you could also like think about like this amazing outfit or whatnot. But what I really love about this is that it's an amazing day. It's Venus trining Uranus. It's a great day to be social, to feel very creative, to go out there. This is another day where you can meet the one, okay, in a surprising way, right? It's like a sliding doors moment, all right? So keep that in mind. And then remember, Venus is a ruling planet for Taurus, and Uranus is in Taurus, and this is in your 9th house of spirituality. So there could just be this feel-good moment. It's also, again, like I said, long distance travel. It's also publishing. There could be some movement around there. But if you're writing a book, if you're writing any, like starting a website, in any case, let's go ahead and see what's going on for you, Virgo, for the last week of October. You got the 9 of Wands. Okay, so this is really great because it is all about, this card is all about resilience. All right, so this is really, what's the word? Persever. What time is it? At this point in a reading, I'm just like, what? Oh my God. Okay. Preservation or perseverance. All right. So this is you've gone through it. The changes have been happening, and now you're just like, okay, I'm good. no one's taking any of my passions. Remember, I said it from the very beginning. Like, you know what you want, you're gonna get it. No one's gonna get in your way. No, you're the one chasing the monster. Okay, that's what this is. Okay, so it's saying, like, just hang in there. You're doing a great job. Look at him. He's even standing in front of the wands. Wands, all about your passions, your ideas, creativity, but also work related. If you are here for work, okay. Protecting his wands, really, really being in a place where you're just being very resilient at this point. Virgo, thank you so much. I have gotten so over this is your best monthly reading in a really long time. October is going to be wonderful for you. You've a lot of changes in your life. Okay, thanks so much. I will. And hey, wait, before you go, let me just finish my line because I know that I've. Gosh, what is it? What did I say? What do I say? If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I really like hearing from y'all. I want to know what's going on. And if you're a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. And I will see you next week. Okay. Thank you so much, Virgo. And I'm so sorry this went so long. Okay. Bye-bye.